It was a very tense situation today between Donald Trump and reporters who had gathered to hear his news conference Monday at the White House. He became upset with two female reporters who asked him about testing. He oddly told one to ask her question to China, refused to listen to another, even after calling on her, then abruptly ended the conference and left. It was definitely not the ending to the news conference that the White House was looking for. It was hoped that Trump would be able to showcase the progress that the United States was making with COVID-19 testing. It was proceeding as planned for nearly an hour, other than an error on the president's part toward the beginning. He stated the wrong amount that was being spent. He said they were giving states, territories, and tribes $1 billion toward testing. However, it was supposed to be $10 billion more. In addition to that, the $11 billion was already a part of the CARES Act that Congress passed last month, part of the stimulus aid package that is giving taxpayers $1,200 each. That brought up a question of why this month-old news was a highlight of the news conference. Trump also discussed the number of ventilators, personal protective equipment, and other essential items that the U.S. had produced and doled to help with the coronavirus pandemic. Things took a sour turn for Trump once CBS News White House correspondent Wajia Zhang asked Trump, "You have said many times that the U.S. is doing far better than any other country when it comes to testing," to which Trump admitted that yes, he had said that. Zhang pressed on. "Why does that matter? Why is it a global competition to you, if everyday Americans are still losing their lives, and we are still seeing more cases every day? They're losing their lives everywhere in the world," Trump answered, then spun out of control. "And maybe that's a question you should ask China. Don't ask me. Ask China that question, okay? If you ask them that question, you may get a very unusual answer." Trump tried to move on, but Zhang, who was born in China and then moved to West Virginia as a toddler, asked the president, "Sir, why are you saying that to me, specifically?" "I'm not saying it specifically to anybody," he huffed. "I'm saying that to anyone who would ask a nasty question like that." "That's not a nasty question," insisted Zhang. Trump continued to look past her and asked, "Anybody else?" He next called on CNN's Caitlin Collins. "Okay, yes, please go ahead," in the back. Collins said, "I have two questions," and Trump interrupted and said, "No, it's okay, we'll go up here," and tried to switch to another reporter. It was the second reporter in a row who was refusing to be dismissed. "But you pointed to me, Mr. President, and I have two questions." Next please," Trump said tersely. Collins continued to insist that he had called on her. "I did. And you didn't respond, and now I'm calling on the other young lady in the back," he said. "But I just wanted to let my colleague finish," said Collins, indicating Zhang. "Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Appreciate it, thank you very much," the president said, then turned away from the cameras and walked off. It wasn't the first time he had been upset with Zhang over a question. Last month he told her to keep your voice down when she questioned the administration's approach to the pandemic. Trump isn't known for having a warm and fuzzy relationship with the press anyway, but this seemed to show that Trump is hitting a breaking point with the pressure he is under with the pandemic. He can say everything is great at news conferences, but this made it clear it is not. The White House is trotting out month-old information to highlight what it's doing right, and Trump is cracking under the pressure with the presidential election just 6 months away.